We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin. And over the past few weeks, the country has had a front row seat at a political shit show. It started with the Democrats fighting among themselves, the socialist left holding the infrastructure bill hostage so they could get their agenda passed. Socialist activists have harassed Senators Manchin and Sinema. Now we're seeing Republicans attack the members of their party who voted to push the infrastructure bill through. Right-wing media are calling them Republicans in name only, and Trump has made comments about them. Some have gone so far as to refer to them as traitors. The media has portrayed these fights as a fight for the soul of the party, whichever party it happens to be. The raw naked truth is that people are ignoring the fact that politicians are not supposed to work for their party. They are supposed to work for their constituents, and not just the ones that voted for them. The Democrats that voted for the infrastructure bill and are holding up the Build Back boondoggle are working for America. The Republicans that voted for the infrastructure bill and stopped the left from holding it hostage are working for America. They are doing their jobs. The fact is, with only two viable parties in this country, you have a wide range of opinions in each party. That doesn't mean that some of them are real Democrats or real Republicans and the rest aren't. But politicians on both sides of the aisle have put more effort into remaining in power than doing their jobs and serving the American people. Worse, there's a third party fanning the flames, the media. The bias of the mainstream media has gotten so bad that Democrats actually assume the media will do their bidding. You don't believe me? Nancy Pelosi recently told the media in a press conference that they weren't doing a good enough job pushing the Biden agenda. It's not the media's job to push the Biden agenda. It's the media's job to report the facts, good and bad. Now, in fairness to the Democrats, they have good reason to believe the media's in their pocket. In the past several years, the media has pushed a phony story about Trump colluding with the Russians. They swept Hunter Biden's laptop under the rug, refused to report on Biden's diminished mental faculties, and ridiculed anyone who pushed the theory of a Wuhan lab leak. Of course, now we know the Steele dossier that gave them the information that Trump was colluding with Russians was completely fake, and it was created by the Clinton campaign, and the laptop and the lab stories were true. And we've all seen Biden struggle to hide the fact that he is not in full control of his faculties. Currently, media pundits are trying to push stories that Republicans are white supremacists, even going so far as to call African American politicians white supremacists. They've pushed the story that Kyle Rittenhouse is a white supremacist, even though he killed two white men, both of which were criminals, and even the prosecutor's witnesses have said it was in self-defense. So we have politicians more interested in their parties than the American people. We have a media that refuses to follow facts and jumps to conclusions based on their political beliefs. What does this mean for America? Nothing good. Voters need to look beyond their biases and get information from a wide range of sources, even if it doesn't agree with their own prejudices. The fact of the matter is, if you look at the left-wing media and you look at the right-wing media, the truth is somewhere in between. As for politicians, they need to realize that moderates will cross party lines if the politicians are serving the American people. It's time to put the American people first and not the parties. Above the parties, above the media. Their job of both parties, the Republicans and the Democrats, as well as the job of the media, is all to support the American people. And when they don't do that, the voters need to step up and tell them. The consumers of the media need to step up and hold them responsible. That's the raw, naked truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin. You can catch us at xvadio.com/podcasts, as well as the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Audible, as well as the rest of the Xvadio Podcast Network. We'll see you next time.